Alhamdulillahi wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. So a brother asked on one of the comments, he asked, "Dear brother, what is your message for born Muslims? And they are kind of giving up Islam for worldly pleasures. Please make a video for these kind of Muslims. They call themselves Muslims, but not following Islam. Thank you. Jazakallahu khairah." And so I want to thank the brother for making this comment. And I want to make a video that is an answer to what he said here, as well as a very important note that goes around with a lot of Muslims. And this is very important that people understand this concept. The first thing is that the Muslims that are out there in the world that are born Muslims, a lot of times they have this idea that they're born into Islam, and they're prevented from doing a lot of things that the rest of the world is doing. You know, the rest of the world, they go to movies, you know, they go, maybe they drink, they party, they mix with girls, they do whatever they want, and all of these things, they think that this is freedom. In reality, this is not freedom. Like, the people that are doing this, they're not free. These people are slaves to their desires, and ultimately the desires don't do anything for them. Like, this person that goes out there, and like anyone who's been out there that is real with you and it tells you about it, and they're real with themselves, they'll tell you that whatever they do out there, they're not getting anything from it. And there's nothing that is lasting from this. And even if they do get some type of a buzz, that buzz comes down right away. And if they were, and what is strange, people that do drugs, or they drink, or they try to go have an experience, Shaitan will give them an experience. Like, he'll give them an experience that is like a high the first couple times, like maybe 1 or 2 times. The first time he'll give them like a high and like a beautiful experience. And the reason he'll do this is to mess with this person and get them chasing that experience again. And this is what happens with people when they have, whether it's like a drug addiction and whatnot. They will have an experience like the first couple times, and a lot of times with drugs, this is known that like the first couple times is the time that will be like the most fantastic, and then every time after that, this person will chase that. So he'll do more of the drug, and he'll do more and more and more, and then he always is running after this little carrot on a stick that never comes to him, and this joy never comes. Maybe he had some type of experience that he felt like, wow, you know, this was something, but ultimately that experience went away right away, and this person will be running and never gets anywhere. And I before I came into Islam, I was a songwriter. I was a singer-songwriter and played guitar and was involved in like rock music and whatnot. And this was one of the things that I would write about. You know, like, I had a song that was basically, I keep on running, but I go nowhere. I find myself running in a square. And so like this was the reality of the situation was, I just keep on running. I keep on running, but I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm just like tiring myself out with this, and I'm hoping that I get something from this, but at the end of the day, I'm empty. You know, I have no purpose. This is not my purpose in life. And even if I thought it was my purpose in life, it's nothing. Like, it's going to pass. And I see like the people that I used to look up to, like when I was like a guitar player, I would look up to like Jimi Hendrix. You know, I'd say like, this guy knew guitar, you know, and he could make the guitar scream and say all kinds of things that nobody else could do. And so I used to look up to him. I was like, where did he end up? You know, like, this is, you look at like his story and like what did he accomplish in his life for like humanity. Like, art, it accomplishes an experience for people, but this experience is fleeting and it doesn't ever last, and it's not something that is it's not going to stay with them in the afterlife, you know. And so like these, and also when you look at the other things, all of the other people that would look up to, ultimately these people are sick people. They're sick. Like, if you look at the people on the television and whatnot, or like the people on TV shows, the most popular person on whether it's YouTube, or like the most popular people that are on the movies and whatnot, these people, most of them are like bipolar or chronically depressed. They're on so many meds, or if they're like women and whatnot on the screens and whatnot, they're severely abused by the industry. And this is well known by people who have been in that industry. They know that all of this that people see on a screen, this is not the reality of the situation. These people are sick. They're sick people. They don't. And if you look at the reality of like the people that like I was seeing like a video the other day of someone who his dream was to come. He's like a person in Turkey, and his dream was to come to America and be an FBI agent or something of this sort. And every single night and every day he would wake up and dream of doing it, and he went out and did it. And like, so this is something I was just like, I was like, really? And it was really, and then when he talks about what did he do? He was catching hoe bags and he was catching hoe bags and writing paperwork. Like it's like, I mean, catching like prostitutes on the street. This is not. It's like, this was your dream. You got your dream, and like, really, does this do anything for him? Like, I don't know. I was like, yes, you accomplished a dream, as in like you had a goal, you grabbed your goal. But like, does this goal really even matter? Like in the reality of the situation, think about it. Anything that we're given in this dunya, every single thing, it goes away. وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ بَاقٍ. And the things that are with Allah, like if you do a single act of good work, this thing that you do with Allah, this is something that's eternal. Right, in the smallest thing, subhanallah. If you say subhanallah, this subhanallah, it doesn't go away. Like the like the athar, or like the reward for this subhanallah will be eternal. And like, try to wrap your mind around that before you take this time that you would throw away from, instead of doing dhikr, that you would watch TV. This TV time that you put in there, this is down the drain and gone, and it doesn't do anything for you. If you had an experience, that experience is just going to tell you more and more and more. You'll never be saturated. And ultimately, when I was in that sickness and in that dalal, I never got anything from it that was lasting. It was only like, it was just like a sick race to try to get something that was always in front of my face, and I could never catch it. And it was very sad. It was very sad. And so I ran around the music industry trying to get somewhere, and alhamdulillah, Allah never let me get anywhere. Because if I would have got somewhere, maybe that would have been very, very detrimental and might have prevented me from coming into Islam. And alhamdulillah, like nothing ever went super far. But these were some of the things that went in my mind. And there was also another song that I wrote when I was pondering this concept of freedom. And the concept was basically that the freedom is a fleeting illusion of something that it will never be. I just keep jumping from chain to chain, thinking I'm breaking free. And this is like the reality of the situation. When you come to freedom, you're never going to be free. Like, you're just going to go from one thing to another thing, and you're chained to it. So why don't you be a slave to Allah, like, of all of these things? And if you're a slave to Allah, you're a slave to the person that knows what's best for you, and it's going to give you an actual reward at the end of the day, as opposed to that not being a reward. Like this life is so short. It's so short, and we don't want to end up at the end of the day wishing we had done something. So think about the things that you do, and of course, whether it's giving charity and whatnot. And my message is for the people that are born Muslims: don't think that the other people are enjoying themselves. Like, really, don't think this. Like, the people that are out there are sick. They're sick. And the amount of like mental health issues, if you want to look at like the amount of mental health issues that are in America right now, it's insane. Most everybody is on like some type of medication, or like someone in their family. And the people that are constantly in these things, why do you think like every single, I don't think we even go like a week in America except that there's some mass shooting that happens. Why is this? Because the people are mentally ill. If these people were really, like, they were fearing Allah, or they knew that Allah was going to judge them, they wouldn't go run out shooting people and kill themselves thinking they got away with it. And this is what they do. They run around, they've played too many video games, they got too isolated in their own selves, they've gone crazy because of the society that tells them all kinds of nonsense, and then at the end of the day, they go do something stupid. and they go affect the lives of a bunch of people. And it's strange because like America doesn't even know what to do about this. Can we take away their guns? And they're like, no, we're free people. Okay. And like that freedom only goes so far. That freedom is only like something that is like a fleeting illusion. Because even in America, like the freedom, you have so many rules that keep people that have to keep people in line and in check. And I'm like here in Egypt, and no, people wouldn't say it's a free place, but I feel more free here in Egypt than I do in America. So it's really something like this freedom that people think is out there. They think is out there in the world, and that I'm a Muslim, so I can't really be free. Like these people aren't free. They're slaves to their desires. This person can't put down the drug that he's been doing for so long. He's been a slave to this for years. He's not doing the dream. And if they think they're doing the dream, like the dream is running away from them and it will never come back. Like every second that they had in it, it will never come back. And so this is one thing. And then the other part that I want to talk about, and I'm going to make this into another video, but is talking about like a Muslim by name, not by practice.
فلذلك فادع واستقم كما أمرت ولا تتبع أهواءهم وقل آمنت بما أنزل الله من كتاب وأمرت لأعدل بينكم الله ربنا وربكم لنا أعمالنا ولكم أعمالكم لا حجة بيننا وبينكم الله يجمع بيننا وإليه المصير